The Ravens had a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter of a game at home against a team they should definitively be better than, which is the Raiders. And if the Ravens have had one major issue in the regular seasons in recent years, we all know what the postseason stuff has been. It is that they blow double-digit leads in the fourth quarter. Why? Because they don't run the ball. So they go out and they get Derrick Henry. And you say to yourself, well, that won't be a problem anymore. You can't forget to give the ball to Derrick Henry. How many jokes of that kind did we make? Look how big Derrick Henry is. There's no way in the world they can forget to give the ball to Derrick Henry. And through 2 weeks, they have forgotten to give the ball to Derrick Henry. In the final 10 minutes of each of their first 2 games this year, both of which were right there to be won, Derrick Henry has a combined total, that's 20 minutes of football, of 3 carries, including yesterday when they went 3 and out on consecutive series after taking a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter and he got 1 carry. Explain this to me.
It's inexplicable. He averaged 7 yards a carry in the second half yesterday. As a general rule, if your back is averaging 7 yards a carry, you should rarely call anything else. It doesn't matter if the defense knows what's coming. It is an extremely low-risk, high-reward play in that context. It doesn't make sense to me. The whole point of bringing in Derrick Henry is so he can close games for you. And the Ravens went back to being the same version of themselves, and it was the only real flaw that they had all of last season. So it doesn't really make much sense to me either.
It would be like having Mariano Rivera in your bullpen, but choosing instead to go with, name me a very bad relief pitcher.
Clay Holmes.
But choosing
who
to
they
go
have now
with him instead. Exactly right.
That's using Mariano Rivera in the 6th inning and not the 9th.
Yeah,
Well,
that's Ravens.
don't worry, Baltimore. You guys have the Cowboys next. You got to get right game. You can run all over us. I'm sure Derrick Henry will have at least 250 yards.
If anyone,
this will be perfect. I mean, all the Baltimore fans calling in Baltimore radio right now, don't worry. You guys will run all over us next week, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, they have
They'll use
Cowboys, Bills, and Bengals the next 3 games, the Ravens. So this doesn't get any easier. Wow. This is a game you have to win. You cannot lose a 10-point lead against the Raiders. They're plus 194 point differential in quarters 1 through 3 the last 2 seasons. That's first. -4 in the fourth quarter. So this is not a new thing. Ugh. They did something to address the issue, and they're not utilizing what they got to address it.
How many jokes did we make? Well, you can't forget about Derrick Henry. He's
right there. He
blocks out the sun.
Pounds.
Like, why is it so dark on this portion of the field? Oh, because Derrick Henry is in the way. Like that, and yet they missed him. They just completely forgot to give him the ball.